evening, fellow waddlers. Today is Wednesday the 3rd of June 2020, and I thought today I would do my May favourites video. I know it's a bit late since considering today's the 3rd and not the 1st, but I thought I would do my May favourites and what I've liked throughout the whole of May. So I did do a little list on my notes. There's not a lot on there, and I will apologise now, I didn't know which category or categories to put things under. This is what I put on Facebook, and I think some people got confused what I was trying to say, because people were like, you should know what videos your categories should come under, and I was like, no, that's not that. I'm trying to do a favourites video, but I don't know what my items should be put under category wise, and I think that confused a few people, so I do apologise if you think, why have you put that as a category? But I hope you can bear with me. So I'm gonna start off with healthcare. So recently I'm on 5 to 6 different tablets a day now that I've lost count on how many I'm taking, that I managed to get myself a tablet organiser. Hang on. I've got everything next to me. Also, everything that I mention in this video, links will be down in the description if it helps and if you want to get anything for yourself. But my Brett is taking the mickey out of me and calling me an old lady for this, and calling me Greta for this. But I'm gonna take out the top bit of this because that's got my personal info on it. But literally, that is now my day-to-day life in form of medication. So there's Monday to Sunday, and there's 4 different sections which says morning, noon, evening and bedtime. And yeah, I split my tablets up into that. But that's made my life a lot easier instead of like carrying packets around with me. Especially if I've got to take them to work with me, because I obviously take my morning and my noon tablets at work. So I thought that might come a bit handy to carry that around instead of 5 to 6 boxes of tablets with me in my bag. Don't know, I just find it a lot easier. So that's one thing that I found a lot easier recently. Next, I'm going to go with technology. So there's 3 things under this category. 2 are 2 sets of headphones that I've been using recently, and 1 is my new gaming console that I got for my birthday. So I am going to put my phone up there. So the first things first are my 2 sets of headphones. So technology are my 2 sets of headphones. Now that's what I was calling. So one is my gaming headset. So this is what I use with my Nintendo Switch. It is a bit big for my head, but it's brilliant because it comes with a microphone attached. So I use this to play on Fortnite with my siblings and with Brett and his mates. So I use that for gaming. Pop that back to that side. And then I use this lovely gold pink set for my podcasting. So for some of you that don't know what I've been doing podcasts. I know that my podcasts are coming onto my YouTube channel as well, but I've been using them on an app called Anchor, which I'll mention in a second, and I've been posting them on my YouTube and on Spotify. But yeah, I use that, and then I have an adapter that then connects to my mic that I've got as well. So they have come in handy, especially with the gaming headset. But I thought, instead of using the gaming headset for podcasting, I thought I'll get a separate pair, which Brett got me. So they come in handy. And then my other technology is this lovely little gadget. So this is my Nintendo Switch. I have been playing too much on it. I'm just going to turn the volume down. But I don't know if you can see, there are my games on there as well, which will lead me on to the next thing I'm going to go on about in a second. But it's come in handy. It is quite a bit of money because I got mine from Argos in the end. I had issues, and I still have issues with Nintendo. That has now come to the point I've written a letter to them. I haven't posted it yet, but that is the next thing. But that's the Nintendo Switch, my little gadget that I've fallen in love with. And then that goes on to the next topic of, oh hello, I've got my sound on, which comes on the subject of games. So I have 2 software games on my Nintendo Switch, and then I've got a board game that I want to talk about. But my 2 online games I have got that I want to talk about is Animal Crossing New Horizons and Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. So I'm mostly addicted to Animal Crossing. So I remember playing Animal Crossing from a very young age. I had it on DS when it first came out, and then I had it on Nintendo Wii, which was something City, Let's Go in the City or something I think it was called. And then I'd never got New Leaf because I think that was on the 3DS. And then I've got this one, New Horizons, on my Nintendo Switch. And I'm really happy with the graphics, I'm really happy with the content of it. It shows how much has changed over the years, and it does shock me how much it's changed over the years, and it's so addictive. And I don't know if you can talk to each other online properly, as in speak to each other. I don't think you can like you used to do on the Nintendo Wii. I don't know if you used to be able to do it on the 3DS either, but I'm not too sure. But I find it really, I don't know how to put it into words, but I find it really interesting, and it's fun, and it gets your brain thinking of what you would like your island to look like. So I'm in the process of making my island look pretty by planting trees and planting flowers. So that is my process at the moment on there. And then the second game, which is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. I know there was Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, and I asked Brett to get me Let's Go Pikachu. So I'm in the process of doing that. I've collected a few Pokemons and sort of battling my way through. I've come off it for a little while because, as I said, I've been mainly focused on Animal Crossing. But I most probably start playing Pokemon at some point this week because I'm off this week. But it's really interesting. It's like, obviously, yeah, the graphics of the Pokemon series over the years have changed, and the graphics on that is absolutely amazing, and it's just how much you can see of your character, because it's all in 3D. It's not like those little cartoon characters that you just saw the little eyes and the mouth, and you're like about that big running around like blinking Mario. It's just, you are like a full like anime character, like as if you were in the Pokemon game, which is amazing. And yeah, I really like it. But the third game is not a software game, it's a board game. I got recommended this board game. Well, I didn't get recommended. I saw this board game played by one of my favourite YouTubers, which is Brogan Tate. I'll leave her link downstairs in the description box. And she is an ambassador for Big Potato Games. And she played Colour Brain with her partner Benji. And I saw this game, I saw them playing it, and I said, oh, that looks like an interesting game. And that Brett and I haven't really been doing much together, we're not been interacting much together, and I thought, oh, we could get a game for us to play together. And when I saw Brogan playing this with Benji, I thought, oh, I'll give it a go with Brett. And I played this with my grandparents yesterday, because we went to my grandparents yesterday and sat in their garden, and we played this around theirs, and it just had us laughing and giggling and really got our brains thinking on, obviously, like, for example, the questions. Let me read out a question, for example. Hang on. There you go. I've got one here. So, like, for example, the sun as seen from space. So you would have thought, how you see it, you must probably thought, oh, yellow. When it's not, it's actually white. And then in brackets it says, the atmosphere makes it look yellow. there's like certain questions, and then you just have to really properly think. But yeah, that's had us going for a while. Oh, I got a sticker. I want to sort that out, a sticker, and put it somewhere. But that's really a good game. I might get the Disney version because there's a Disney version as well. So I definitely recommend that. I think this was about £20 to £25, which is not actually that bad. And then it plays two to 20 players, and the age is 14 plus, and it's like a 20-minute game to play. It's like the first to get to 10, I think, on the crosses. I think it's 10, I'm not too sure. But that's had me going. I'm just gonna put that on sleep mode. What's on my list? So I'm gonna go through my list as I go. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is, apps. So I've got 2 apps I want to talk about on my phone that I've been using. One is Anchor, which this is what I use to record my podcasts on. And then from there it goes on to Spotify, and then from Anchor, once it's uploaded, I copy the voice note, save it, and then put it onto a Windows Movie Maker, and then I put like a picture up, and then use that as a video onto my YouTube. Oh my god, I can't even get my words out. But yeah, I find this so easy to use. So I'm gonna go into Tools. So this is the app. So you go onto, so I'll go from the main screen. So it's a little purple icon that looks like a satellite, and obviously that comes up with my update, which is your latest episode, which was my update. And you go into Tools, and literally you just click record at the bottom, and then what I do is I plug in my adapter that goes from my phone to the 2 adapters, which is the mic and the headset, and it then just records all the way through onto my phone. And it's so easy, and then from there I can upload it, add music to it, and then I can then schedule it for it to be obviously uploaded on a Monday at 5 o'clock. So then it uploads onto there, and then I think a couple of minutes later it then goes onto Spotify, and then obviously I then copy it over, and then I'll try and get it posted up onto YouTube by 6. And it's so quick and easy. So if you ever have considered about doing your own podcast, or want to do something funny like comedy or anything, definitely recommend Anchor to like record anything on and upload if you want it like to go on certain medias like Spotify. Sometimes it can go onto Apple, but mine hasn't managed to get onto Apple yet. But it's nice and easy. There was another app I was going to talk about. Hang on, I can't remember what the other app was. I don't have it on here. I don't think. I don't use it on here. I use it more on my laptop. And that is Zoom. I know that a lot of people have been using Zoom for meetings, to talk to family, to talk to colleagues. And I count Zoom as like Skype in a way. I don't know if it's like the new Skype, but I know that I think you can only have like a certain amount of minutes, and then sometimes you have to pay if you go over. I think if you go over 40 minutes, sometimes it says, oh, it's free after a certain amount of minutes, or you have to like schedule it for it to be that amount of time. But I found it really easy to speak to my family. So I've spoken to my grandparents on it, and I've spoken to my mum, my stepdad and my siblings on it, and we've obviously had a group chat with us 3 on it. And it's the fact that it's really opened up that I know my family's okay, because obviously I haven't managed to see obviously my siblings. Obviously I've seen my grandparents because I saw my grandparents yesterday, but it's the fact that I've been struggling to obviously come to terms of not being able to see my family, and yeah, it's just been a bit difficult. But Zoom has really helped me put my mind at ease to know that my family's okay. So I recommend those 2 apps. And then go back into my notes again. My next category is home. I recently got these candles. I have used this company in the past, and I do love the company, and I do love their scents that they do, and it's called Partylite. I don't know if people have heard of Partylite. So I got 2 3-wick candles, and I love the smell of these, and they are amazing, and they're gonna come in so much handy when I want to burn candles, since I'm allowed to burn candles in my own home now. Oh, so this one's Mulberry, and I do like the little jars they come in, and there's a big 3-wick candle. I don't know if it says how long it lasts. Sometimes they tell you how long they last, and sometimes they don't. But I wanted 2 big candles because I've got Yankee candles, but I've only got like the little, not tea light ones. I think they're the Volve ones, which are the little smaller ones, like the step up from a tea light. And I want something a little bit bigger. So I knew that a colleague of mine was doing Partylite, and I said, oh, I haven't done, I used to be, not an ambassador, but a consultant for Partylite, and things didn't go down well, so I had to stop doing it. But, so if you hear banging, that's Brett downstairs sorting out his tea. But there's Mulberry, and then I think this one was something vanilla. I can't remember the scent. I think it was berry vanilla? Yeah, berry vanilla. And it's really nice, but the glass the candles come in. Oh. No, it smells so nice. But I most probably, like, might collect a few more. But they weren't actually too bad. I will obviously, as I said, leave everything in the description link-wise if you ever want to get any of these. But they weren't too bad and weren't as expensive as people might think they might have been. I can't get the lid back on that one, but okay, that's in. So, oh, they smell amazing, because I want the house to start. I know the house does smell nice, but I just want like a nice scent to go around the house. So I thought I'll try that. What's the next thing? So I've got 3 more things to talk about. The next thing is body and hair. Well, this is about hair dye. So recently, I don't know if you've seen on my channel, and I don't know if you can tell, I have got dyed hair. And I've been experimenting with Directions hair dye. And I've used Directions in the past since like the age of, I want to say 16. Maybe 15, I can't remember exactly, but it was during the summer holidays. A friend of mine dyed my hair plum, and ever since then I have gone through a phase. Well, I went through the phase of having plum and absolutely loving it, and then obviously it washing out to blue, and then obviously eventually come out completely. Now it's obviously during 6 weeks holiday, and obviously during high school I was not allowed to have dyed hair. We weren't allowed to have extravagant colours in our hair. But since I've started working for the NHS, we're allowed to dye our hair any colour we want, as long as we remain professional about it. So I went above and beyond and started dyeing my hair again. First of all, I went the colour Reuben. When I first dyed my hair Reuben, it came out quite pink. And I didn't realise how pink it came out, because I thought it was going to come out like a nice burgundy colour, and I was wrong. And then obviously I went over it again and it came out darker. And then I thought, right, I'll wash it out a few times and see what happens. And then in the end, I then went poppy red. That is what I'm meant to be now. It's like faded a bit now. But when I first put the poppy red on top of Reuben, it went pink. So then when obviously I went into work, people were saying to me, I thought you were meant to be red. And I turned around and said, yeah, I was meant to be red. But it failed miserably because obviously I mixed the two together and I came out pink. So guys, if you want to try and go a certain colour, I would say wait until your hair completely washes out and then put the colour in. Instead of me, I didn't wait and went straight into Poppy, but in the end I did do it again and it did go red eventually, but it's now washing out and going like a fadey pink. But I've now got another colour in a cupboard which is turquoise, and I might go in that next once this is washed out. But I'm still planning to do a charity one, which is the cancer research, and I will go 3 colours, which is purple, blue and pink. I have ordered the 3 colours but they haven't arrived yet, but that is my plan, and I want to raise money for Cancer Research UK because that is mine and Brett's chosen charity because of our family, both our families fighting cancer, and us losing family to do with cancer as well. And obviously we couldn't do Race for Life this year because of furlough and because of COVID, and because of furlough? I didn't mean to say that, but because of coronavirus, and they stopped it, and I think they might do it in September, but we don't know yet. So I thought I'm going to do that for charity, is to dye my hair and try and raise awareness. So that is my plan. But if you ever want to try directions, it's easy to use. I will obviously leave the link to the website down below. Obviously I got these off Amazon because I think they're a little bit cheap. They might be a little bit cheaper on Amazon, but I will leave the link to the actual directions website. You can buy them off directions website, but like all the instructions of how to guide is down in that link, so I'll leave the link down there. What else is there? I keep forgetting. Right, I've got 2 more things. So the next one is film and TV. So I've been re-watching a series on Netflix called Once Upon a Time. I did recommend this, I think I did recommend this a while back, and I sort of lost track and now starting to watch it again from the beginning so I can get back into tracking again. And I find it really, really gripping. I know I haven't been like sitting there each day watching every episode. And I'll tell you another TV series that I recommend. I will remember that in a second. But it's like, it's so gripping, and I like it how it tells a story but with a cover up, if that makes sense, because obviously it's about a town that is like under magical powers and don't remember their characters, and that they all know each other, but they're known by different names and they're under a curse. And it's actually really interesting, but sometimes it can get a bit mellow, if that makes sense. I know some people might not find it gripping like other Netflix series. So I'm sort of in and out of it, if that makes sense. So I'm not as gripped as some people might be. But another TV series that I'm really gripped to at the moment, and I haven't watched this week's episode, and that's Killing Eve. I know some people are a bit hit and miss with it. I enjoyed series 1, I didn't enjoy series 2, and I'm a bit hit and miss with series 3. I sort of like it and sort of don't like it at the moment. But I do love Jodie Comer's character as Villanelle, and it's interesting to see what goes through a psychopath's mind, if that makes sense. And that if like obviously Eve's character, I think it's Sandra Oh, how she has portrayed that character as Eve, obviously she's now not with her husband anymore. I know there is spoilers in this, what I'm now going to talk about. Like obviously she's just not talking to her husband now because her husband got stabbed with a pitchfork, and he doesn't want anything to do with her because it's all Eve's fault. And it's the fact that she's trying to find Villanelle, and she knows it was Villanelle that had plans to sort of kill her husband and everything. And it is gripping. I find it really gripping, and it is so interesting because you just don't know what's going to happen next, and each episode is different. It's not like it is a story, but it's the fact that the story is just taking you to different places and looking over from different point of views, like looking over from obviously Eve's point of view and then looking over from Villanelle's point of view. And yeah, I really like it. I find it really gripping, but I don't know if it's like your sort of genre, but definitely recommend Killing Eve. And then my last thing I'm going to talk about is accessories. So I've recently tried to sort out a subscription box service about my condition that I've got. I know that I've gone on and on and on about my condition, but it's something that I'm very close about. I recently been in contact with several people to sort out a subscription box service. That hasn't kicked off yet, and that I will go into greater detail about that later in the future. But one person I got in touch with was a girl called Sarah. I think it's Sarah or Sarah. I do apologise that I don't know how to pronounce your name, love, because I know some people that have your same spelling of your name but pronounce it Sarah, and I do apologise. And she did some bracelets for me, and she made one for me to keep for myself, and I have been wearing it every day. I take it off obviously when I'm at work because I'm not allowed to wear it at work, and I take it off before I get in the bath, but other than that I don't take it off at all. And this is the colour, the yellow like cord, and it has, I don't know if you can see, a sunflower on it. I don't know if you can see, I don't know if my camera will focus. And obviously I don't know if endometriosis has been represented as a flower, as a sunflower, because of it growing and it representing us growing in strength. That's how I see it, that's how I represent it as. And yeah, I've been wearing this, as I said, every day. I don't hardly take it off, unless obviously if I'm at work because I'm not allowed to wear it, or if I'm washing up, or if I'm having a bath, I then take it off. But I've obviously got 10 of these that I'm going to put in a subscription box. But if you want to get in contact with her, she does loads of different bracelets. I don't know if she does other things as well, because that's what I knew her as, was through the bracelets and the charms that you can get. But I'll leave her link to her Etsy account and her Instagram in the description box. She's a lovely lady. She's done so much for me, and I want to collab with her in the future. So I'm going to obviously leave her links in the description down below. And that concludes my favourites. I'm sorry if that was really wishy-washy. I haven't done a favourites video in such a long time, so it's a bit like So I do apologise, but I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like and share. All the links I have mentioned in this video will be down in the description down below. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell to get notified when I post my next video. So peace out for now.